Hey coffee lovers, welcome back to Channel Name. I woke up this morning and the first thing I thought about was coffee. That got me thinking, there's so much we don't know about this magical bean juice. Today, we're diving into the rich, energizing, and fascinating world of coffee. Whether you're a casual one cup a day kind of person, or you practically have an IV drip of espresso going straight into your veins, I've got some incredible facts that'll give you even more reasons to love your cup of joe. Okay, coffee lovers, let's start at the very beginning. Picture this. It's a beautiful day in Ethiopia, and a goat herder named Kaldi is just chilling with his goats. Kaldi noticed something strange about his goats. They were acting a little bit extra. Turns out these goats had been munching on some mysterious berries from a particular tree. Kaldi, being a curious fellow, decided to try these berries himself. He felt so energized and awake that he shared his discovery with some monks. The monks roasted the beans, made a drink, and voila! The world's first cup of coffee was born. Next time you're enjoying your morning cup, raise it up to Kaldi and his jitterbug goats. Now let's talk about the fancy stuff. The kind of coffee that makes you question your life choices. We've all been there. You're at a coffee shop, you see the price of a latte and think, who on earth would pay that much for coffee? But wait until you hear about this. But my friends, that's nothing compared to the world of luxury coffee. We're talking about coffee that costs more than your monthly rent. And yes, before you ask, I did try to get it on the show. But apparently, civet cats aren't allowed on airplanes. Who knew, right? So what makes this coffee so special? Well, it all starts with a little creature called the civet cat. These animals are like the sommeliers of the animal kingdom. These furry little fellas have expensive taste. They don't just eat any coffee cherries, they go for the best, the ripest, the creme de la creme. They love to gobble up the best, ripest coffee cherries. It's like a gourmet meal for them. Then, here's where it gets interesting. Shall we say, processed by the civet cat's digestive system? Yes, you heard that right, it goes through their digestive tract. Yes, you heard that right. The coffee cherries are eaten, digested, and then, well, you know the rest. And somehow this unique process creates a coffee that is said to be smoother, less bitter, and far more expensive than your average cup. It's like magic, but with a lot more steps. If you ever find yourself with a spare $500 and a strong stomach, give Kopi Luwak a try and let me know if it lives up to the hype. Because let's be honest, it's not every day you get to drink coffee that's been through a cat. Alright, time for a little coffee quiz. What is coffee? A, a bean, B, a seed, or C, a fruit? If you answered A, you're like most people. But hold on to your mugs because the correct answer is C. That's right, coffee is a fruit. Those beautiful red or yellow things you see on coffee trees, those aren't beans, they're cherries. And inside those cherries, you'll find the coffee beans we all know and love. So next time someone tries to be a coffee snob, hit them with this fun fact. They'll be so busy picking their jaws up off the floor they won't have time to judge your coffee order. Alright, let's be real, we all love coffee, but sometimes we need a little justification for our caffeine addiction, right? Well, good news, my coffee-loving comrades. Because coffee isn't just delicious, it's actually good for you. Studies have shown that moderate coffee consumption can have some pretty amazing health benefits. First off, coffee is packed with antioxidants, those little superheroes that fight off nasty free radicals in your body. Plus, coffee has been linked to a lower risk of some serious health conditions like type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and even some types of cancer. Imagine that. Your morning cup of joe could be helping you ward off some pretty scary stuff. So next time you're feeling a little foggy, reach for a cup of coffee instead of that extra hour of sleep. Your brain will thank you. Not only will you feel more alert, but you'll also be doing your body a favor. But remember, everything in moderation, folks. Too much of a good thing can be bad, so enjoy your coffee responsibly. Did you know that coffee is the second most traded commodity in the world? That's right, second only to oil. Millions of people around the world, from the farmers who grow the beans to the baristas who brew our lattes, depend on the coffee trade for their livelihoods. So next time you're sipping on your cappuccino, take a moment to appreciate all the people and processes that went into making that delicious cup of coffee possible. And hey, maybe even try supporting fair trade coffee brands that prioritize ethical sourcing and sustainable practices. Okay, coffee lovers, are you ready for a little coffee-fueled world tour? Buckle up, because we're about to explore some of the most fascinating coffee traditions from around the globe. Let's start with Italy, the land of espresso, where coffee is practically a religion. Here, coffee isn't just a drink, it's a way of life. In Italy, you don't just drink espresso, you savor it, you inhale it, you become one with the caffeine gods. It's a ritual that brings people together, whether at a bustling cafe or a quiet corner. Next stop, Sweden and Finland, where they have this amazing tradition called fika. It's more than just a coffee break, it's a cultural institution. Fika is basically a coffee break on steroids. It's a cherished moment to pause, reflect, and connect with others over a steaming cup of coffee and some mouth-watering pastries. It's a time to slow down, enjoy a cup of coffee or two, with friends, family, or colleagues, and indulge in some delicious pastries. It's about savoring the moment and the company. From Ethiopia, the birthplace of coffee, to Vietnam, the world's second largest coffee producer, to Brazil, where coffee is practically a national treasure. Every country has its own unique coffee culture. Each place offers a distinct experience, from the traditional Ethiopian coffee ceremony to the robust flavors of Vietnamese coffee and the rich heritage of Brazilian coffee plantations. Get ready to have your caffeine-loving minds blown because we're about to dive into the world of coffee extremes. We're talking about the biggest, the boldest, and the most caffeinated coffee records ever attempted. In 2019, Colombia took the crown with a record-breaking cup of coffee that was over 22,000 liters. That's enough coffee to keep the entire population of a small town buzzing for days. It's more about the glory, the bragging rights, and the sheer audacity of brewing a cup of coffee that's bigger than your house. So, there you have it. Coffee isn't just a drink, it's a culture, a passion, and a global phenomenon. If you loved these coffee facts, give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more fascinating content. Until next time, stay caffeinated, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next video.